With winter fast approaching, we all think about staying indoors, all warm and cosy on the sofa. But to make sure that we don't hibernate for the whole of the season, I'm here with Gerard Basset, who's going to give us some top tips on which French wines go best with some of the latest dining trends. Gerard is one of the world's top sommeliers and leading restaurateurs. Now, Gerard, it seems that more and more of us are choosing our restaurants not just on the food, but the whole experience, the buzz, the ambience, the customer service, and actually the ethics. We're really leaning towards our locally sourced produce now, aren't we?
Absolutely. I think our choice of dining experience has never been more varied, more exciting. From interactive restaurant table to supper club, there's so much choice now.
Yes, there is. So let's start talking about some of these new and exciting dining experiences. Let's start with locally sourced produce. We're becoming increasingly interested in the journey our food's taking, so much so that some restaurants now have an in-house butcher, like the Butcher and Grill. So I'm not sure you get much more of a fresh dining experience. What sort of French wine would you choose to go with that type of dining experience?
Yes, there I would choose a very authentic wine. So here I've got two for you. I'm starting with a wine from the Loire, a Sancerre, and it's a beautiful wine, usually actually quite perfumed, a little bit. You get this slightly grassy, citrus character, lime, beautiful. On the palate, very dry, very fresh, really steely, you know, tonic, energetic, and very mineral on the finish. So really a beautiful wine, beautiful white wine, a classic. And then we move this time to the Rhône, the southern Rhône, so the south of France. Here for the Gigondas, also a superb wine. This time on the nose, you get this slightly lavender, thyme, garlic, black olive, a lot of red fruit as well. On the palate, very silky, almost velvety, you know, beautiful wine. Not too heavy, superb.
Gerard, they sound delicious, but what if you were after something a little less traditional? There's a wonderful restaurant called the Fish Market, which is a restaurant which quite literally has a fish market in it. So you would go to the counter and see and choose your food before it's then cooked for you. Definitely for the braver foodies amongst us. A real fun and quirky dining experience. So what sort of French wine would you match with that?
I've got two here. The first one is a wine from the Mediterranean, a PGI Mediterranean. It's a red wine, it's made with Merlot. So it's quite juicy, very fruity, it's not very tannic, so it will match many fish like tuna or monkfish. It would be perfect, very interesting wine. The second one is a Roussette de Savoie. So from a Savoie, Savoie is a beautiful area, but you don't especially think of Savoie with wine, but they produce some stunning wine. Here, Roussette. So it's a dry white wine, slightly floral, a little bit fruity, touch spicy, completely un oak, not very heavy. I think it's an ideal wine to go with a lot of seafood and maybe some lighter type of fish. So great combination here.
So Gerard, if you were looking for a more cool and laid-back dining experience, perhaps we would want to go for BYO, which is Bring Your Own, making a comeback and really popular now with us foodies. It's our way of going to a restaurant, having our favourite food and taking along our favourite bottle of wine as well. And it's not just the cheap and cheerful restaurants, those top restaurants are jumping on the bandwagon here as well. So Gerard, what would you match for this sort of cool and laid-back way of dining?
BYO, very interesting concept. More and more restaurants do that, especially one night of the week. Give the opportunity to the customer to bring their own special bottle. I think it's very interesting. So here I've got two wines. We'll start with the first one, a white wine, a PGI from the Languedoc. It's made with the Viognier. Dry white wine, but dry white wine with a lot of body. On the nose, you get this slightly peachy, apricoty, a lot of stony fruit, touch floral. It's a beautiful wine. The second wine is a wine from Bordeaux. It's a Bordeaux Supérieur. So Bordeaux Supérieur often is a lot of Merlot, a bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc. Not a heavy red wine. See, it's a red wine where you're going to have a lot of fruit, you know, cassis, blackberry. Really a nice wine, ideal for the occasion.
Sometimes I'm looking for something not so laid back, but not really formal, so somewhere in the middle. And for me, that has to be the pop-up restaurants. I think it's a really chic and glamorous way to try lots of new and exciting food. It's become so popular that we now have venues dedicated purely to the pop-up. So each month they can showcase a different type of pop-up restaurant. A great example of that is Carousel in London. It's over 3 floors of pop-up restaurants. So what sort of wine would you want to have with that kind of chic and glamorous dining experience?
Pop-up restaurant, very interesting. It can happen anywhere from an old garage food court to even the French Laundry at Harrods. And I think for that I would go for chic and glamorous wine. Maybe the first one I would go for a wine from Burgundy, a Côte de Nuit Village Rouge. But here you have a wine that's very harmonious, very silky on the palate, not a heavy red wine, very perfumed. You get all these cherry, strawberry, raspberry, very interesting wine. The second wine, just for you, a sparkling wine. A sparkling wine from Alsace. Very creamy on the palate, not a heavy sparkling wine. In fact, very fresh. On the nose, you get all this citrus character, a little bit of pear also. So very, very enjoyable sparkling wine. Santé.
Fantastic. Well, I'm very excited to try out all these new dining experiences and impress my friends with all my new wine knowledge. Gerard, thank you very much. Great advice as always.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be with you, Vicky. Thank you very much.